Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Gordon-Rushville Triangular, where today's matchups will pit the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs against the Valentine Badgers in the first match. Then the Valentine Badgers will take on the Alliance Bulldogs in the second match, and then the nightcap will be the Mustangs and the Alliance Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. We plan to have some great volleyball action for you here today. And glad to have you along on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015. Let's say thanks to sponsors of today's action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, the Bank of the West, Hins Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Modern Farm Equipment Company, Gordon Superfoods, and Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, and of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. Let's step aside for a word from our video sponsors, and we will be back with some details on the teams as we get ready for the first match in the triangular today between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Valentine Badgers.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides and Milburn offer a world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides and Milburn Ford to see this car and many more.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. So just over 6 minutes left to go before the opening serve of today's match, the first of this triangular between Gordon-Rushville, Valentine, and Alliance, and the first match here between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Valentine Badgers. Valentine comes into today's game with a record of 6 wins and 13 losses. They have had a rough stretch as of late, but they've had that rough stretch at the expense of some outstanding volleyball teams. So we'll see what we get from the Valentine Badgers here today at 6 and 13. Starters for the Badgers this afternoon. The libero is number 1, Marisa Hutchinson. Number 2 is Nicole Lurs. Number 3 is Matea Eklund. Number 4 is Chloe Jones. Number 8, Sarah Shelbourne. Number 13, Macy Mathis, and depending on whether the Badgers are serving or receiving, the 6th starter will either be number 9, Allison Robinson, or number 10, Anna Parrott. For the Mustangs, they come into this afternoon's action with a season record of 11 wins and 6 losses. They are 6-1 over their last 7 games, so the Mustangs playing pretty good volleyball as we work our way towards the tail end of this volleyball season. Starters for this afternoon: number 1, Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3, Ashton Sassy. Number 4, Kenna Campbell. number 11, Josie Perez, and number 17, Keely Campbell. So no changes to the Mustangs starting lineup as they try to keep this thing rolling and put another W or a couple of them on the board here this afternoon. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to the start of today's match. We will step aside and let you enjoy some of the pregame warm-ups as we are just about 4 minutes away from getting this thing underway. While we've got a minute, let's take a look at the Mustangs' schedule as we work our way towards the end of the volleyball season. Mustangs in action here this evening in the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. Then on Saturday, they head all the way down to Utica. That is a long, long road trip, and they'll be playing in a very difficult tournament there in Utica. They'll see some different competition and some very good competition as they get ready for district action. And then October 20th versus the Morrill Lions. And I'm not sure if we've got that Morrill game on our schedule or not. You'll have to check with the website and see what we've got in store there. The website will certainly tell you if we're going to carry that game or not. The Mustang football team also winding down the season as they'll be in action tomorrow night. They travel to Sheridan for their annual rivalry game against the Cardinals. That is tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. That is a 6 o'clock start tomorrow night. And then they'll finish up the season at home against the Ogallala Indians. We work our way closer to the start of this afternoon's action, 2.5 minutes before the opening serve of today's game between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Valentine Badgers. So we are just about ready to get things underway. The clock winds down to 0. And the Gordon-Rushville Triangular ready to get things started here. We'll see. We should have a national anthem provided here. And we will, and we'll turn it over to Cody Darnell. Looks like he'll be providing the national anthem for us here this afternoon. The national anthem, well done there by Cody Darnell. Actually, we'll turn it back over to the PA announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
Number 3, Matea Eklund, a freshman. Number 4, Chloe Jones, a senior. Number 8, Sarah Shelburne, a junior. Number 10, Anna Barrett, a sophomore. Number 13, Mathis Doyle. The Badgers are coached by assistant Jenny Reese and head coach Danielle Artbrecht. Now for Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Number 1, Sheridan County Journal Star. Number 2, Carly Hill, a junior.
So there are the starting lineups. We'll run through them one more time for you here. I know it's not always easiest to hear with the PA announcer. So for the Valentine Badgers, the libero today is number 1, that is Marisa Hutchinson. Number 2, Nicole Lurs. Number 3, Matea Eklund. Number 4, Chloe Jones. Number 8, Sarah Shelburne. Number 13, Macy Mathis. And we'll try to get a look and see who the 6th starter is. Indeed, it is number 10, that is Anna Parrott, in the starting lineup for the Valentine Badgers. And for the Mustangs, and no big changes here. Number 1, Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3, Ashton Sassy. Number 4, Kenna Campbell. Number 11, Josie Perez. Number 17, Keely Campbell. So first set action just about ready to get underway. The Mustangs will have the serve. That'll be Kenna Campbell back to serve it up and get things going this afternoon for the Mustangs. The officials doing one last lineup check for both of these squads before we get things going. And one programming note to pass along, that we are planning to bring you the Valentine Alliance match, which will happen immediately following this matchup between the Mustangs and the Badgers. So we'll bring you all 3 matches tonight in this triangular. Just about ready to get it underway. Here's Kenna Campbell. She's got the ball, ready to get things going. Kenna puts it into play, and away we go. And they'll set it in the middle. Dug by Kenna Campbell. Popped up by Keely Campbell. Shania Friesman sends it to the back line, but that's dug out of there. Quick tip by the Badgers. Keely Campbell sets it up in the middle for Carly Hinn. Finds the back line for the Mustang point. 1-0 Mustangs early going. So Campbell's serve drops in, and that is an ace for Kenna Campbell. Ace serve for the Mustangs. They lead it 2-0. Right down the left line, Eklund sets it up in the middle. Dug by Kenna Campbell, overpass into the net. and it is a Valentine Badger point. So that will put number 3, Matea Eklund, back to serve for the Badgers. Eklund's serve, high arcing serve, and that's dug by Perez. They'll set it back to Perez, and she hits that one beyond the end line. We are tied at 2. A triangular action, and so it will be a best of 3 in all 3 of these, as there's a good short serve that time. It somehow popped over the net by Kenna Campbell. Great job that time. Kenna sets it up, finds Carly Hinn in the middle, big swing, and that's dug out of there by Parrott. Now they'll set it in the middle. This is Jones. Now Friesman sends the free ball over, dug again by Parrott. Now they'll set it up for Jones, and that one is beyond the end line and long. Mustang point, then the Mustangs now lead it 3-2. Early going of the first set. And this is served by Josie Perez. Eklund pops it up, and the attack that time, Ashton Sassy got a piece of it. Now it comes down out of the rafters, and a great play by Perez as she got that one over. And now the free ball back over. Eklund sets it up. The attack by Jones, dug by Sassy. Kenna Campbell sets it for Perez out of the back row, dug by Parrott. Kenna Campbell overpass that time. Kenna's there to clean it up. Keely Campbell sets it in the middle for Hinn. Big swing that time. And will they get to it? No. Another kill for Carly Hinn. That's her second of the match. And the Mustangs lead it again now by 2 at 4-2. Josie Perez with the serve. That one just clears the net. Parrott has a hard time handling it. That is an ace serve for Josie Perez. Second one on the afternoon for the Mustangs. They lead it 5-2. Perez sends it beyond the end line and out. Makes it 5-3. Mustangs lead it by 2. Now into the game comes Allison Robinson. She takes the place of Parrott. Anna Parrott heads to the bench for a breather. So this is Chloe Jones on the serve. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Hinn. Tipped there and over top of the blocker and into the open space for another kill. Carly's third in the afternoon. 6-3 Mustangs, and now Carly Hinn steps back to serve. Hinn serves it deep to Mathis. And now the free ball comes over by Eklund. Now they'll set Friesman, and they're going to say that was touched by one of the Badgers. Point for the Mustangs. And the first kill of the afternoon for Shania Friesman. It's 7-3 Mustangs. Carly Hinn with the serve, shaking that right hand. Not sure what she did to it, but looks like she's fine and ready to put this into play. Kind of a change up that time on the serve. They'll set it up, and that's off of Carly Hinn and long, as that's Allison Robinson on the attack that time. And it's 7-4. And back to serve for Valentine is Sarah Shelbourne. So Shelbourne, number 8, serves it. The Badgers trail 7-4. Carly Hinn tries to set that serve, and now we're going to say that we must have a rotation violation. It is, and so the Mustangs get bailed out that time on the good serve. Mustangs get a point out of it. It's 8-4 on the rotation violation on the Badgers. Now Keely Campbell to serve. Now they'll set it up from the left side. Big swing that time, and it's Macy Mathis knocking that one down. And it's 8-5. The lead has been cut to 3. Nicole Lurs back to serve for the Badgers. Keely Campbell sets the serve. Kenna Campbell in the middle for Sassy. That one is long, out of bounds. And another Badger point as they're making a little bit of a run here. They've cut the lead to 2. It's 8-6. So Lurs steps back to serve again. Keely Campbell sets it. Kenna Campbell sets it up. This is Hinn sending that into the deep corner. Eklund sets it up. Back row attack that time. I think that was Mathis on the attack. And here's a big swing by Sassy, and that one too is long. It's a 1-point game at 8-7. Lurs ready to serve. Dug by Hen. Kenna Campbell with the quick tip that time into the middle. But the Valentine Badgers recover. So Campbell will set it up this time for Friesman with the big swing. Finds the open space and knocks it down. Her second kill of the match. And it's 9-7. Mustangs back ahead by 2. Now Shania Friesman will go back to serve for the Mustangs. Lurs sets it up in the middle, tip try, but the one-handed save that time by Perez. And now the free ball sent over by Sassy. Eklund sets it up, and the tip try that time was effective as Mathis had a big blocker in front of her, tipped it over the top, and nobody covering short for the Mustangs. It's 9-8. And Allison Robinson now serves for the Badgers. Keely Campbell digs it. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Perez off the left side, off the blocker, and now they go to work. Mustangs back on offense. Perez with the drive. Here's Lurs with the set. And this is Jones off of the blocker and off of Friesman. And down. Jones with the kill that time. And we are tied at 9. The Mustangs made a run. The Badgers have made a run of their own to tie this game up at 9. And that serve is long. The Mustangs lead it now 10-9 as Allison Robinson's serve goes long. Now Robinson will head out and a Parrott back in to replace her in the back row. Ashton Sassy with the serve. Good serve down the line that time. The overpass knocked down by Campbell and Hen, and it's 11-9 for the Mustangs. This one is deep and off of Parrott. Ace serve for Ashton Sassy, the third ace of this first set for the Mustangs. They now lead it 12-9. Deep corner for Sassy. That's dug by Mathis. Now the free ball sent over by Jones. Sassy sets it to Kenna Campbell in the middle for Hen. That's blocked at the net by Mathis. And down for a Badger point. It's 12-10. And now Macy Mathis will serve for the Badgers. Into the game comes number 8, Sarah Shelbourne. Sassy with the dig. Kenna Campbell. Carly Hen from the left side. Big swing and just inside the back line. Carly Hen's got 4 kills in the early going. They now lead it 13-10. And now Kenna Campbell will serve it up for the Mustangs. 3-point lead early going of the first match of this Gordon-Rushville triangular. The first of 3 matches today. Mustangs taking on the Badgers. Then Valentine and Alliance will play next. And then Alliance and Gordon-Rushville after that. Carly Hen with the tip. Set by Eklund. Blocked at the net by Hen. Perez. Kenna Campbell back to Perez. Off the block. One-handed save. Parrott sends it up there. And Eklund puts it across. Mustangs in trouble. And it finds the floor. 13-11. 2-point lead for the Mustangs. And Eklund back to serve for the Badgers. Sassy digs it. Kenna Campbell in the middle for Carly Hen. Sent back across quickly. Campbell, this time it's Perez. Parrott with the dig. Eklund sets it up. Jones from the left side. Sassy got a piece of it. Friesman gets it into play, and Kenna Campbell sends it across. Now here's Shelbourne on the attack. Kenna Campbell for Perez. Parrott with another save that time. And now the free ball sent over by Mathis, but that one is wide of the mark and out of bounds. Mustangs now lead it 14-11. Back to a 3-point advantage for the Mustangs. And Josie Perez back to serve. Eklund sets it up for Jones on the right side, and that one is just on the line, says the line judge. And a point for the Badgers. Narrows that lead back to 2 at 14-12. Chloe Jones now to serve for Valentine. Sassy with the dig. Kenna Campbell, right side or left side for Friesman. Dug out by Jones. Blocked at the net by Hinn. Now they'll try to tip it to the back corner. Well done. Just beyond the reach of Ashton Sassy. Back to a 1-point game. It's 14-13. Sassy with the dig. Kenna Campbell sets it up. Friesman, big swing, but dug out there by Mathis. And that one is hit in the net by Allison Robinson. Another point for the Mustangs. It's 15-13. Carly Hinn to serve. And there's an ace serve by Carly Hinn. That is her first and the Mustangs' fourth ace of this first set. Mustangs lead it again by 3 at 16-13. Mathis with the dig, the quick tip try that time, and sent right back over by Lurs. Kind of a tip battle there, and Lurs found the open spot in that back corner of the Mustang side. And it's 16-14. Shelbourne will serve for Valentine. Perez with the dig. Kenna Campbell, left side for Friesman. She got under that one just a little more than she wanted to. It sails well beyond the end line. 16-15. Mustang lead it. Mustang lead is cut to just 1. In with the dig. Kenna Campbell. Friesman on the attack. That's off the blocker. Eklund with the set. Kenna Campbell again in the middle for Sassy. Sassy kind of smirks as she turned around that time, found the open space, and gets the kill. 17-15 Mustangs. Keely Campbell with the serve. Dug out by Jones. This is Mathis on the attack, and that is well beyond the end line. Another Mustang point. And pushes it back to a 3-point lead, 18-15. Mustangs haven't trailed in this set. It's been tied a couple of times. They've led by as many as 4. There's a great serve by Keely Campbell. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Off the block. Set up there by Lurs. Tip try, and Keely Campbell can't get to it. And a Badger point, 18-16. Lurs to serve. And Josie Perez got caught in between. She wanted to set that and then thought maybe it was high enough, it was going to be long, and got out of the way just in time to see it hit the end line. 1-point game now, 18-17. Hinn with the overpass, and that one is knocked right down by Allison Robinson, and we are tied at 18. So to this point, every time Valentine has made a run, the Mustangs have answered and opened up another lead. Carly Hinn sets the serve. They go for the attack from the back row by Perez. That is long, and it is the first lead of the ball game for the Valentine Badgers. They now lead it 19-18. And we got a timeout called on the floor by head coach Kim Campbell. Gives us an opportunity to let you know that the First National Bank proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer, offering a wide selection of CarQuest parts and CarQuest accessories. Stop in at 221 North Main Street in Gordon and ask about their fall bulk oil sale that's going on now. You can give them a call at 282-2100. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at on North Main Street in Gordon. The Mustangs use their first timeout. They trail it 19-18 in the first set. Lurs to serve. Perez digs it. Here's Friesman on the attack. And on the tape, didn't get it across. And now Valentine leads it by 2 at 20-18. So a closely contested game the whole way in this first set. Here's a dig by Keely Campbell. They'll set it up. This is Perez out of the back row, and Perez gets the kill off of Jones. Josie's first kill of the match. Mustangs back within one at 20-19. And Shania Friesman will serve for the Mustangs. She's got that good top spin jump serve. Sends it across, and it's dug out of there. They'll set it up. This is Eklund on the attack. Takes the sharp angle and gets it to fall for the Badgers. Pushes that lead back to 2. It's 21-19. Allison Robinson now to serve. Carly Hinn gets it to Kenna Campbell. Kenna with the heads-up play. The quick look finds it on the quick tip. Nobody home for the Badgers. 21-20 is the Badger lead. And Ashton Sassy to serve for Gordon-Rushville. That one's attempted by Parrott, but it is an ace serve for Ashton Sassy, and we are all tied up. That's Ashton's second ace of the set, tied at 21. Deep corner. Lurs sets it up. The Mustangs dig it out. Here's Perez. Sharp angle shot. Jones can't handle it. Perez with another kill. And the Mustangs on a 3-point run. They lead it by 1 at 22-21. Timeout now called by the Valentine Badgers. Mustangs lead it 22-21 late in the first set. And it is that time of the year. October's just about gone, and it's time, if you haven't done it already, to get out and winterize your home and yard before it's too late. And the people to help you out with that are Buck and his crew at True Value of Gordon. They've got everything you need to winterize whatever you need winterized. Stop in and see them downtown Gordon. Come bank with the best. Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy their welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. First set action. Mustangs lead at 22-21. Ashton Sassy with the serve. Dug by Parrott. Lurs with the set. This is Jones on the attack. Keely Campbell didn't get much on it. And it's a Valentine Badger point. Second kill of the set for Jones. We're tied at 22. Macy Mathis back to serve for Valentine. Friesman sets it. Kenna Campbell across to Carly Hinn. Big swing off the block, but Lurs is there. Here's the quick attack by the Badgers. Mustangs back to work. Here's Hinn again. Big swing. Dug out by Lurs. Free ball sent across quickly. Mustangs back to work. In the middle for Hinn. Tip try. And there's Eklund. Friesman. They'll set it up this time for Perez through the blocker, but Mathis is there. And Valentine not interested in setting up any kind of offense. They're just sending that ball back across. And finally, Perez hits it wide. It's 23-22. Valentine leads it by 1. So Macy Mathis to serve for Valentine. And now we've got a timeout called on the floor. Mustangs use their second timeout of the set. 23-22. They trail by 1. Hinn's Home Furnishings invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily. They have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. And remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Stop in and see the good folks at Hinn's Home Furnishings in Gordon. Mathis puts it into play. Friesman with the dig. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Carly Hinn. Big swing through the block. Now Lurs sets it up. Here's Jones on the tip try. Kenna Campbell sets it for Hinn, and Hinn's attack is long, and that'll bring up set point as it's now 24-22. Valentine with a chance to close it out. Mustangs need to score 2 straight here to keep this game going. Sassy with the dig. Kenna Campbell across for Carly Hinn. Not handled well that time, but Mathis now sends it across. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip that time. Mathis gets there, Parrott pops it up, and Jones sends it across. Kenna Campbell back to Carly Hinn, blocked at the net, but Hinn is there, and then the misfire that time by Shelbourne. rolled off the tips of her fingers. Mustangs within one at 24-23. They need one more point here, and Kenna Campbell is ready to serve it up. Eklund sets it up for Jones in the middle. Dug by Sassy. Kenna Campbell across for Perez. Tip try, and Jones is there. Lurs in the middle for Shelburne. Kenna Campbell with the save. Now the Mustangs will have to send the free ball across, and that is Ashton Sassy. Eklund sets it up in the middle. Tip try, and there's Kenna Campbell. Keely Campbell sets it up for Carly Hinn. She has to tip it across. Shelburne, it goes back row for Mathis. Kenna Campbell with the off balance set. Hinn with the drive. Good rally here, and that one hit the antenna, and it is out of bounds. We are tied at 24. It's a brand new game here. Tied at 21, or tied at 24. Mustangs right back in it. Kenna Campbell with a good serve. Eklund with the set. Shelburne on the attack. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip, but Lurs is there. Shelburne again with the tip. Keely Campbell across for Perez. Dug by Parrott. Here comes Lurs, sets it up. Back row attack by Mathis. Keely Campbell pops it up. Perez on the attack, falls in between the back row defenders. Mustangs now with set point at 25-24. And the second timeout going to be called by Valentine here. Mustangs lead at 25-24 late in the first set. Great volleyball action here from the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. Come and see the professional staff at Gordon Vision Center for all of your vision needs. Whether you just need a routine checkup or you're not seeing as well as you used to, they can get you back to 20/20 in no time at all at the Gordon Vision Center. Mustangs lead it by one. Set point here as Kenna Campbell gets ready to serve it up. 25-24. Parrott with the dig. And all the way across on the overpass. They'll set it for Hinn in the middle. Big swing and down for the Mustang winner. Carly Hinn with her 5th kill of the set. Closes it out for the Mustangs. Gut check time for the Mustangs. They trailed it by 2. They fought off 2 set points and came back to win the first set 26-24.
This is as good as it gets, a 2015 Competition Orange Mustang GT Coupe Premium. This car features a 5.0-liter V8 with 6-speed manual transmission, a 12-speaker Shaker Pro audio system, ebony leather, voice-activated navigation, reverse park assist, and a slew of track features. Come to Sides of Milburn Ford in Rushville. Call 327-2472 or visit sidesofmilburnford.com to learn more.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. So the Mustangs won the first set 26-24. We're ready to get the second set underway. Valentine will have the serve to start us off. And this is Eklund. Dug by Sassy. Kenna Campbell in the middle for Perez. Her attack is long. And Valentine leads it 1-0. Early going of the second set. Eklund puts it into play. Dug by Friesman. Kenna Campbell sets it up. Carly Hinn has to tip that one over. Not much to work with as now Lurs tries the quick tip, and that catches the top of the net. We are tied at 1. I'm Clint Anderson along with camera operator Berkeley Haig today, bringing you some great shots of today's action. Here's Kenna Campbell sending that one across. Lurs on the attack. Perez with the save. Now Friesman will drive that one, but Mathis is there. That one over and then back across as they're going to now call a lift on Valentine. And the Mustangs now lead it 2-1. And that serve by Kenna Campbell is long. We are tied at 2. So Parrott out and Allison Robinson in. Chloe Jones to serve. Perez sends it up to Campbell. There's a big swing by Carly Hinn and dug there by Eklund. Mathis now on the back row attack and mishandled by Ashton Sassy that time. And it's now a 1-point Valentine Badger lead at 3-2. Friesman with the dig. Kenna Campbell sets it up. Keely Campbell has to send the free ball across. Eklund with the set. This is Robinson. The fall is just behind Perez, and it's a 2-point lead for the Badgers at 4-2. Friesman, a little bit of an overpass there as Hinn finds the back corner. Oh, and they're going to say it was just long. The line judge couldn't get a good look at it. They'll say that attack was long. It's the biggest lead of the match so far for the Badgers. They lead at 5-2 in the second set. Kenna Campbell. Carly Hinn sends that free ball across and nearly got it to drop. Now they'll set it in the middle for Shelburne. Keely Campbell with the set. Perez with the off-balance attack. Lurs in the middle for Shelburne. Now Perez on the attack. Eklund sets it for the Badgers. Shelburne sends it to the back corner. Keely Campbell sets it in the middle for Hinn. Both of these teams just a little bit out of sync on that rally as that one sails long, and it's a 4-point Valentine lead at 6-2. Neither team really able to get into a rhythm that time and get any big swings. Josie Perez takes care of that as she gets the tip off the block and the score. Josie Perez with the first kill of the second set for the Mustangs, and they now trail it 6-3. Josie Perez will serve. Mathis with the dig. They'll set it up for Robinson. Now the Mustangs go to work. This is Friesman, blocked at the net and then back out of bounds off of the Mustangs. 7-3. The Badgers lead it again by 4. So Sarah Shelburne back to serve for Valentine. Perez with the dig. Kenna Campbell into the middle for Hinn. And that one is long. The Mustangs having trouble keeping the attacks in. And Coach Campbell wants to talk this over. Mustangs trail by 5 at 8-3, early going of the second set. And here's an idea. Keep your car and trade in your loan. Refinancing with Bob Alcorn of State Farm Bank could save you hundreds. Before high car payments get you down, give them an opportunity to help bring them down with great rates and no closing costs or hidden fees. Get to a better state. See Bob at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. And accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all of your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. You can give her a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And it pays to have an accountant on your side. 8-3, Valentine leads it early going of the second set. Mustangs with a 1-0 lead. That serve was probably long. The Mustangs will send the free ball across. Valentine goes to work. Eklund with the set. Mathis in the middle. Dug that time by Kenna Campbell. Great save. Here's Carly Hinn. And dug out by Shelburne. They'll set it up for Robinson. That one can't be handled by Josie Perez. And another Valentine point. It's 9-3. So Valentine starting to assert themselves here in the second set with the 6-point lead. Sassy with the dig. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. And Friesman hits it. Now trail it 10-3. Let's see if they can right the ship here. Shelbourne's serve is short, and that is an ace. Good serve that time by Sarah. She drops the ace in there and extends the Badger lead to 11-3. Shelburne approaches it. Perez with a dig. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip, trying to catch somebody off guard. Ashton Sassy, there's a quick tip back by Hinn. Lurs with the set in the middle for Mathis. Blocked at the net by the Mustangs, but it comes down on the Gordon-Rushville side as they didn't close that block quick enough. And it's 12-3. The lead has grown to 9. Sassy with the pass. Here's Hinn in the middle with a big swing, and that's what the Mustangs needed. Carly Hinn gets them off the slide that time, and it's an 8-point lead at 12-4. Shelbourne out, and Taryn Adams now into the game for the Badgers. Carly Hinn to serve for the Mustangs. Good serve by Carly, and they'll have to send the free ball across. Kenna Campbell sets it up. Here is Friesman, and knocks it down. Shania Friesman with her third kill of the match. 12-5. Mustangs trail it by 7. Mustangs need to make a run here. Carly Hinn sends it across. That's Jones across for Mathis, and dug out by Perez, and that one's not going to work as it's up into the rafters and back down. 13-15. Lead back to 8. And Lurs will serve for the Badgers. Or 13-5, excuse me. 13-5. It's an 8-point difference. Lurs just clears the net, and it'll be a free ball situation. Here's Eklund in the middle for Mathis with the tip. Kenna Campbell for Keely Campbell on the swing and long beyond the end line, and it's 14-5. Lurs with the serve. Back to a 9-point advantage for Valentine in the second set. Hinn with the dig. Kenna Campbell sets it up in the middle for Sassy. Dug out by Jones. Kenna Campbell pops it up for Friesman. And there's Jones to dig it in the back row. This is Robinson on the attack. Makes it the biggest lead so far at 15-5. And Josie Perez wanted to set that. Got under it a little too much. 16-5 and timeout called by the Mustangs. Wheels have kind of come off for Gordon-Rushville in this second set. They trail it by 11. Again, make sure to join us tomorrow night, 6 o'clock start, as the Mustangs take on the Sheridan Cardinals. It's homecoming night in Sheridan. The 6 o'clock start, we'll be there to bring all the action to you. Make sure you tune in and join us at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. And then the Mustangs will finish their season a week from tomorrow when they host the Ogallala Indians in the season finale. Second set action. Mustangs with a tall hill to climb here. They trail it 16-5. Kenna Campbell sets it up. They find Friesman. Good swing by Friesman. Valentine going to have a hard time here. That one's not going to cover the distance, and so the timeout does what it's supposed to do. They break the rhythm, and now the Mustangs trail it 16-6. Keely Campbell to serve, and this is an outstanding part of the rotation for the Mustangs if they can take advantage of it here. Eklund sends it over. Kenna Campbell with the quick tip. Jones sends it back on the quick attack. Kenna Campbell sends it to the back corner. Eklund in the middle for Mathis, and that one doesn't clear the net. Mustang point, 16-7. Keely Campbell with the serve. Dug by Mathis, Lurs with the set. Off the block, and Mustangs go to work. tight to the net for Friesman, but Perez is there. Now Carly Hinn sends it across, off the block, it falls in, and the kill for Hinn. 16-8, Mustangs on a 3-point run. Good serve by Keely Campbell. In the middle for Mathis. Keely sets that. Now Perez on the attack, but Jones is there. Hinn with the dig. Campbell sets it in the middle for Sassy. And there is Kenna Campbell on the overpass, and that's going to come down on the Badgers' side. And another Mustang point, starting to make the run here. They trail it 16-9. Another good serve by Keely Campbell as Friesman is there to block that one down. 16-10, Mustangs making the comeback. They trailed by 11, they now trail it by just 6. Keely Campbell serves. Lurs sends it for Eklund, punches it across. Kenna Campbell gets to it and makes a great play to send that one back across. Kenna sets it up for Ashton, but blocked at the net. That was Mathis right. Knock it back down. And Valentine now leads it 17-10. Mustangs trail it by 7. And now they trail by 8 as that serve is long, 21-13. Eklund with the serve. Friesman digs it out of there. Jones off the block. Kenna Campbell for Carly Hinn. Eklund is there. Here's Jones again. Kenna Campbell sets it for Perez. Big swing and long, 22-13. Mustangs with a lot of trouble with unforced errors in this second set. 22-13. Eklund's serve drops in there nicely. Kenna Campbell, Jones with the attack for the Badgers. Carly Hinn sends the free ball over. Eklund sets it for Jones. Jones, that attack is long. 22-14. And Valentine 3 points away from closing out this second set. Mustangs lead it 1-0. Kenna Campbell's serve. This is Jones from the right side and knocks that one down for the kill. 23-14. Now Chloe Jones will step back to serve for the Badgers. Kenna Campbell sets it up in the middle for Hinn. And now the line judge a little bit confused. I think they did say that was in. And that is a kill for Carly Hinn. And 23-15, Josie Perez now to serve for the Mustangs. Dug by Mathis. They'll set it up. This is Shelbourne. Keely Campbell with the set for Friesman. Off the block and down. Good swing by Friesman. 23-16. Certainly not over yet, but the Mustangs have a lot of work to do as they trail it by 7 late in the second set. Lurs with the set for Robinson. And that one's off Sassy and down to the floor, and that'll make it set point now at 24-16. And Shelburne back to serve for Valentine. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Hinn, tips it across, but Robinson is there. Back to Robinson on the attack. And that one falls in for the Valentine point, and they take the second set 25-16. So we'll play one more. We'll play the rubber match, a third set, as we are tied up at one set apiece here in the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production can do for their bottom lines, and how it can help feed and fuel the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right. New Holland.
It's going to snow this winter, and you need a reliable four-wheel drive outfit. Be prepared with this 2015 F-150 Super Crew from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. It's loaded with features and comes with stowable loading ramps to make loading your ATV or snowmobile a breeze. You can find this and other vehicles to fill your needs at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
So we head to the third set, tied at one set apiece. Mustangs will have the serve to get us started. On the floor for the Mustangs, Hinn, Kenna Campbell, Josie Perez, Shania Friesman, Ashton Sassy, and Keely Campbell. For the Badgers, it's Lurs, Shelburne, Jones, Eklund, Parrott, and Mathis. And now they'll say that the serve is Valentine's, and this is Eklund. And she just barely clears the net. Josie Perez comes up and sets it for Hinn with a big swing, and there's another one. That's Kenna Campbell. Mustangs need to send this one across. Kenna Campbell with a heads-up play. Lurs sets it up for Jones off the block. Kenna Campbell sets it for Perez. That attack is long. Valentine leads it early going, 1-0. The Mustangs came out swinging that time, as they didn't get a lot of quality swings in that second set. Perez sets it up for Hinn. Nearly got that one to drop in front of Parrott. Here's Jones on the attack, and that one is wide. We are tied at 1. So Kenna Campbell will serve for the Mustangs. And Kenna hits that one into the net. 2-1, Valentine leads it. Chloe Jones to serve for the Badgers. Now Robinson in and Parrott out. That one caught a rafter, but Kenna Campbell did a good job to get to it. Eklund pops it up for Robinson with the tip. In the middle for Hinn. Big swing off of Eklund and down. Carly Hinn with kill number 8 on the night. We are tied at 2. Josie Perez will serve for the Mustangs. Immediately following this game, it will be Valentine and Alliance. Lures to Robinson, gets it down in front of the block of Hinn and Keeley Campbell. Valentine back in front 3-2. And Shelburne now to serve. Shelburne with that long serving action, starts clear back of the back line, turns, marches forward and puts it into play. Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Shelburne didn't handle that one cleanly. And Mathis sends the free ball over. Carly Hinn in the middle, but that one is long. And it's 4-2 Valentine. So Mustangs are getting some swings here. Just haven't capitalized yet. So Shelburne again on the serve. Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Friesman there with the block and knocks it down, 4-3. Mustangs trail it by 1. And Carly Hinn ready to serve for the Mustangs. Now Shelburne out. And that is Taryn Adams into the back row. Lures across and off the block is Mathis. Tooled the block nicely, and it's another Valentine point. It's 5-3. Lures with the serve. Now Perez will attack it out of the back row. Lures sets it up for Robinson, and she airmailed that one beyond the end line. And back to a 1-point game at 5-4. Keeley Campbell to serve. Blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Big block that time by Ashton Sassy. Knocked that one back, and it's a 1-point game again. Or excuse me, we are tied at 5. The Mustangs have evened it up here. Keeley Campbell with the serve, and that one is just long, just beyond the end line. 6-5, Valentine. Now Parrott comes in and Robinson goes out. So Parrott will serve. Not sure we've seen her serve here today. She'll give it a whirl here. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Straight down. Big swing by Shania Friesman. Well placed that time by Kenna Campbell, right where she wanted it. She caught it right in the middle of her wheelhouse and knocked it to the floor, tied at 6. Friesman with the serve now. They'll set it for Sassy out of the middle. Parrott can't handle it. They give Ashton Sassy the kill, the third kill of the set for the Mustangs, and now they lead this third set for the first time at 7-6. First time they've led since the first set. Mathis bumps it up, and here's Eklund. But it's blocked at the net by the Mustangs. And now Gordon-Rushville with the 2-point lead, 8-6. Friesman with that jump serve. That is off of Mathis, and now I'm not sure they played that off of the basketball hoop that's been rolled up to the top. And here come the Mustangs. This is Carly Hinn out of the back row. Eklund with the set. Mathis, but that's dug out nicely by Keeley Campbell. Perez with the attack. Now the libero into the game for Valentine. There's Jones on the set, on the attack, but that one is well beyond the end line. And another Mustang point. So the libero now into the game is Marisa Hutchinson wearing that red jersey. And the Mustangs lead it by 3 at 9-6. That is Hutchinson receiving that serve. Now Eklund sends it across. Perez with the free ball. Lures with the set. Mathis. Now they'll set it for Perez. Off the block, Lurs is there. Jones on the quick attack. off of Keely Campbell. And it's a Badger point. It's 9-7 Mustangs. Shelbourne in. And Adams out now. And Mathis back to serve. 2-point Mustang lead, third set. Kenna Campbell tried that quick tip. She was backing up and didn't quite get enough on it. It's 9-8. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Sassy. Little sink that time, and we are tied at 9. So tied. Perez comes through, gets her 4th kill of the evening, and it's back to a 1-point Mustang lead, 10-9. Set it in the middle for Jones. And Carly Hinn sends it all the way up here to us. We couldn't quite get that one to go across. We are tied at 10. So Eklund with the serve. Been tight the whole way in this third set. Campbell across for Hinn. Big swing. And here's Jones on the tip try. Kenna Campbell has to slap that backhanded, and it works. Kenna Campbell didn't have any chance at that, but she's able to backhand it and makes the sharp angle shot. The Mustangs back ahead by 1, 11-10, and now Kenna Campbell will serve. Eklund. Now this is Hutchinson on the attack. Here's Hinn in the middle, but she has to tip it. They'll set it up for Perez. That one's blocked. The Mustangs will have to free this one over, and it falls in. Shania Friesman will take it. Sent the free ball over, and it found an open space on the Badger side of the floor. Mustangs lead it by 2 at 12-10. Eklund sets it for Lurs, but Friesman is there. They'll set it up for Perez, knocks it down to the floor. Josie Perez with another one. She's starting to heat up. That's her 5th kill of the night. Mustangs lead it 13-10, and a timeout on the floor called by the Badgers. And folks, if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, head on over to the Rushville Rancher Roundup. It starts at 10 o'clock and runs until 4. You'll find all kinds of good eats and lots of things to do. There will be a farmer's market set up. Usually they've got pie contests, salsa contests. I'm not sure what all they have on the agenda for this year, but they'll have cattle all up and down Main Street, livestock exhibits, as they'll get those panels put up early Saturday morning. So come on over to Rushville and check out the Rushville Rancher Roundup. Starts at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. There's certainly something for everyone. Mustangs lead it by 3, 13-10 in the third set. Good serve that time by Kenna Campbell. And now here's Lurs on the attack. That one comes all the way across. Keely Campbell sets it up in the middle for Hinn. Hinn, good swing, but there's Hutchinson. Jones on the attack. Campbell sets it up for Perez. Good swing and down. Josie Perez starting to find the range. She's got 3 kills in this third set, and it's a 4-point Mustang lead, 14-10. Kenna Campbell with the serve. That one is on the line for the ace. Kenna's second ace of the day. Mustangs lead it 15-10. Shelbourne out and Adams into the back row. Had to wait for that ball to be retrieved. And now it's headed back towards Kenna Campbell. Mustangs with the 5-point lead in the third set. Dug by Mathis. They'll set it up for Jones from the right side, but blocked by Perez. Keely Campbell pops it up. Friesman sends it across. Now Perez from that left side, blocked at the net. Eklund behind the back to Lurs, and the Mustangs caught in between. Back to a 4-point game at 15-11. Chloe Jones to serve for the Badgers. Mustangs by 4. Parrott out, Robinson in. They'll set it in the middle for Hinn. Big swing and down off the block that time of Adams. Hinn gets the kill. 16-11. Josie Perez with the serve. Just clears the net. Kenna Campbell pops it up. Keely Campbell sends the free ball across. Eklund for Robinson, but Sassy is there, out of the rafters, bad bounce. And the Badgers will pick one up there. 4-point game, 16-12. Mustangs were set up well there, but it took a nasty bounce coming out of the rafters. And nobody able to get to it. So here is Taryn Adams with the serve this time. And that one couldn't have been teed up any better for Lurs that time. And it's 16-13. Mustangs not ready at all for that attack by Lurs on the bad serve receive. In the middle for Hinn. Dug out by Jones. Now Robinson. Here's Friesman with the big swing. Eklund wanted nothing to do with that ball. It was headed right at her nose. She ducked and got out of the way wisely for her, I think. Back to a 4-point Mustang lead, 17-13. Carly Hinn will serve for Gordon-Rushville. Robinson with the set. Mathis on the attack. Out of the middle, that is Sassy. Now here's Mathis. Quickly back to Friesman, and she finds the floor with that one. Shania Friesman with the kill, and it's a 5-point Mustang lead, 18-13. Carly Hinn to serve. Eklund sends it across, and now the Mustangs go to work. Here's Friesman, and Friesman gets another kill. Friesman now starting to heat up. She's got 4 kills in the third set, and a timeout called by Valentine as the Mustangs now lead it 19-13. It's a 6-point Mustang lead, working our way towards the tail end of this third set, tied at 1 set apiece. Say thanks to sponsors of today's volleyball action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, Bank of the West, Hinn's Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, Bob Alcorn State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Superfoods, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, and of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. 19-13, Mustangs lead it by 6 late in the third set. Carly Hinn serving for the Mustangs. Jones on the back row attack. Overpass that time and knocked down by Mathis. Well, a 5-point game. Lures back to serve. 19-14. They'll set it for Friesman. Off the block and down. Lures never had a chance. Came through the block. She was there, but couldn't do anything with it. Another kill for Shania Friesman. That's her 5th in the third set, and it's now 20-14. Mustangs inching ever closer. Keely Campbell with the serve. Down that left side. Out of the back row comes Adams. In the middle for Sassy, off the block. Now Jones out of the back row, blocked by the Mustangs at the net. Friesman on the attack, and that one is just long. She wound up and gave that one a ride, but it's just beyond the end line, 20-15. Allison Robinson will serve for the Badgers. Overpass by Keely Campbell, but no harm done. There's a joust at the net, but Mathis wins that one and knocks it down 20-16. The lead has been cut to 4. So Robinson with the serve, and she puts it in the net. 21-16. The scoreboard operator put that point up for Valentine. They'll get that fixed. Should be 21-16. And Shania Friesman with the serve. Lures across to Mathis. Her swing goes wide, and it's a point, 22-17. Trying to close. (25-18). The Mustangs win the first one. So for those of you from Valentine who've tuned in, we're glad to have you along with us. Those of you tuning in from Alliance will have the Valentine Alliance game as it will come up next. And we'll bring that to you here. So the Mustangs win the first one in the triangular, 2-1. Final scores 26-24, 16-25, and 25-18. We'll step aside, we'll regroup, and we'll be back with some pregame information for you between the Valentine Badgers and the Alliance Bulldogs here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides of Millburn offer a world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides of Millburn Ford to see this car and many more.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. So the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs take care of business in the first match of today's triangular as they knock off the Valentine Badgers 2-1. We're now anticipating the start of the Alliance Bulldogs and the Valentine Badgers. We'll have that action for you here. They haven't started the pregame clock, which is a 16-minute clock, so we're at least 16 minutes away from the start of the second match of the triangular. Glad to have you along with us. We will mute the sound just so we don't pick up anything that we shouldn't. And we'll step aside, do some pregame preparation as we get ready for Valentine and Alliance in the second game of the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. Glad to have you along with us this afternoon and ready for the second set in a little over 16 minutes. So welcome back as we get ready for the second match of today's triangular. And this one features the Alliance Bulldogs and the Valentine Badgers. 8.5 minutes before the opening serve of this second match. Let's take a look at these two teams. The Valentine Badgers, who we just saw in the first match as they lost to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Their record on the season now stands at 6-14. The starters for the Badgers in this second match will be number 1, Marisa Hutchinson. She is the libero. Number 2, Nicole Lurs. Number 3, Matea Eklund. Number 4, Chloe Jones. Number 8, Sarah Shelbourne. Number 10, Anna Parrott. And number 13, Macy Mathis. Forgot to circle her on the lineup card. Macy Mathis, certainly one that your person cannot forget about, as she was all over the court in that first match. For the Alliance Bulldogs, they come into today's action with a season record of 9 wins and 14 losses. The starters today for the Bulldogs will be number 1, Maggie Otto, and I believe she is the libero. Number 9 is Emerson Siza. Number 13 is Cami Felker. Number 15, Madison Heemstra. Number 16, Madison Reiber. Number 22 is Kayla Treidel. And number 31 is Riley Rolls. So 7 minutes to go before the start of today's second match between Alliance and Valentine. Bonus action here, and glad to have everybody on board that is watching from out of town. Hope that you enjoy our coverage here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. We got a good handful of viewers on here at the moment. Glad to see that. Certainly glad to have all of you along with us here this afternoon from Gordon. So 5 minutes left to go here. We're trying to get our Twitter message feed up for all of you who are out of town. We'll give you a look at what that looks like. If we can get everything to work here, we'll get an example up and give you a look at that before we get things going. All right, so for those of you who are unfamiliar, fire off. Let's get this up and going here. If you are a Twitter user, fire off a tweet that includes the handle @SC Journal Star. And our server will pick that up and we'll air those tweets when we have a chance in between some of this volleyball action. And this is what it will look like. So let us know. We'd really like to know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. If you're a Valentine or Alliance supporter, give us a shout on Twitter. If you're a Twitter user, just include @SC Journal Star. And we'll pick that up and we'll air those tweets as we get a chance as we go through today's broadcast. So @SC Journal Star, give it a whirl and let us know where you're watching from and who you're watching with, who you're cheering for as well, as we get closer to today's second match. Just 2.5 minutes away now between Alliance and Valentine. I am Clint Anderson, along with camera operator, the young and talented Berkeley Haig. Ready to bring some great video footage to you and hopefully some great volleyball action as well, as Alliance and Valentine get ready to square off here in the second match of the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. If you missed it earlier, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs defeated the Valentine Badgers in the first match, 2-1, and now we are ready to move on to the second match of the day. And for those of you watching at home that aren't familiar with our broadcasts, these broadcasts are available to go back and watch anytime on our website. You can find a link there. So anybody who's unable to watch today's game but wants to go back and watch it at a later time, they're certainly welcome to do that. Just go to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net and you can find the link and you can watch as many times as you want. So let's take one more look at the starters for these two clubs. Valentine comes in at 6-4. Starters here, the libero is number 1. She's Marisa Hutchinson. Number 2 is Nicole Lurs. Number 3 is Matea Eklund. Number 4, Chloe Jones. Number 8, Sarah Shelbourne. Number 10, Anna Parrott. And number 13, Macy Mathis. For the Alliance Bulldogs today, I believe Maggie Otto is the libero, number 1. Number 9 is Emerson Siza. Number 13, Cami Felker. Number 15, Madison Heemstra. Number 16, Madison Reiber. Number 22 is Kayla Treidel. And number 31, Riley Rolls. Several Alliance St. Agnes products on the floor for the Alliance High Bulldogs as we get ready to start the second match of today's action. Teams are just about ready to take the floor. And we're ready to get things underway. And we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
And Alliance be the home team. First, for the visiting Valentine Badgers. Number 1, Marisa Hutchinson is the libero. Number 2 is Lawrence. Number 3, Matea Eklund. Number 4, Chloe Jones. Number 8, Sarah Shelbourne. Number 10, Anna Parrott. And number 13, Macy Mathis. Head coach Danielle
there are the starting lineups for these two teams ready to take the floor. Lurs, Eklund, Jones, Shelbourne, Parrott, and Mathis on the floor for the Badgers. And for the Bulldogs, it will be Siza, Felker, Heemstra, Reiber, Treidel, and Rolls, with Maggie Otto as the libero. So Valentine at 6 and 14, Alliance at 9 and 14. And right off the bat, Treidel comes out and Maggie Otto, the libero, into the middle of the back row to get things started here. Valentine will have the serve to get things started. This is Matea Eklund to serve it up for the Badgers. And we are underway. Otto digs it. He'll set it up for Reiber. She slams it down. It's touched by one of the Badgers. And a quick point for the Alliance Bulldogs. Madison Heemstra back to serve for Alliance. Eklund sets it up for Jones. Tip try, blocked at the net by the Bulldogs. Blocked again by the Bulldogs. That is Reiber playing big at the net. Knocks that block down, and it's 2-0 Alliance. So Alliance has had a rough go of it. Of course, they play in Class B and face some pretty tough competition there. As this is Lurs on the attack. And they'll set that up, and that is Emerson Siza on the attack, and the kill for Siza. It's a 3-0 Alliance lead. Alliance wasting no time jumping out to the quick lead in this first set. Heemstra with the serve. Drops that one in, fielded by Parrott. Jones on the attack. Heemstra sets it up for Reiber. Jones sends the free ball across. Siza again with a big swing off Jones, and another Bulldog point. They lead it 4-0. So number 9, Emerson Siza with the big swing that time. And now some miscommunication by the Badgers, but they're able to get it across. Reiber sets it up for Siza. Here's Jones, but blocked at the net by Alliance. And that is Reiber and Siza up there together, making it very, very difficult for Valentine to get any offense going. It's now a 5-0 Alliance lead. Lurs on the attack. That's Rolls on the attack that time for Alliance. Now here's Jones, blocked again at the net, and this one's going to fall outside the field of play. Alliance with the 6-0 lead. And that big block at the net is really making life tough for the Badgers. Lurs can't get that one across. It's in the net and down on the Badgers' side. So now quickly Robeson will check into the game in place of Jones. So Grace Robeson into the front row. Eklund sets it up for Robeson. Over the top of the block. Siza with the set. And that one is hit long by Riley Rolls that time. And so the Valentine Badgers finally on the scoreboard. It's 7-1. So 7-1 Alliance. And Grace Robeson back to serve for Valentine. High serve by Robeson. Otto sends it up. Here's Siza on the attack. The big swing straight down to the floor, and another kill for Emerson Siza. She's off to a quick start, and it's 8-1. Alliance with the lead. Now this is Madison Reiber back to serve. Quick set this time for Robeson, but Heemstra is there. Here's Rolls on the sharp angle attack. And now Allison Robinson into the game for Valentine. Valentine with another point. And now Sarah Shelbourne back to serve for the Badgers. It's 8-2. Early going of the first set. And that serve is well beyond the end line by Shelbourne. 9-2 Alliance. Now Shelbourne out and Adams in to take her place in the back row. And Rolls now back to serve for the Bulldogs. They'll set it up for Mathis. She finds the open spot on the floor and knocks that one down for the kill. Now Rolls comes out, and into the game comes Elizabeth Rivera, number 8, into the back row for the Bulldogs. 9-3. Alliance leads it by 6. Otto with the dig. And that is Cami Felker on the attack that time. And another Bulldog point. And now another Valentine substitution as Eklund is going to come out. And Brandy Denayer in for Valentine. Valentine trying to get a little more size in that front row, and there's an ace serve off the foot of Adams. As Siza picks up the ace, it's 11-3. Free ball sent over by Lurs. Heemstra sets it up. Felker on the attack, and that one a little bit too long. And another Valentine point makes it 11-4. Allison Robinson back to serve for Valentine. Not fielded well that time by Otto, but the Bulldogs get it across. And there's a nice tip try that time by Mathis. And then Alliance able to just catch the top of the net. It falls on the Valentine side for another Bulldog point. It's 12-4. Maggie Otto to serve for the Bulldogs. High short serve by Otto. Lurs goes down and sets it up. The attack that time by Denayer is long. And it's now 13-4. The Bulldogs have opened up a 9-point lead. They'll set it up for Robeson. Here's Felker. That's blocked at the net that time by Mathis. And so the Badgers showing that blocking game can go both ways. Is now Adams out and Shelbourne back in to play the front row. Mathis back to serve. Otto with the dig. They'll set it up for Reiber. Reiber with the nice little tip over the blockers and in front of the other defenders for another Alliance point. Now Rivera out and Rolls back in for the Bulldogs. They now lead it 14-5. Well, this will be Felker back to serve. Cami Felker finds the back line with that one. That's an ace serve for Felker, and it's a 10-point advantage for the Bulldogs at 15-5. Now Parrott will come in, and she'll take the place of Robinson in the back row. This is Robeson on the attack. That's kind of confusing. There's a Robeson and a Robinson both for Valentine. And there's Rolls reaching out and slapping that one across and knocking it down for the point. 16-5 Alliance. Robeson again on the attack out of the middle. Set it up for Rolls, high over the blockers. Now here's Robeson, off the block and down. Just caught the top of the block that time and into the hole in the middle. So now Denayer comes out and Eklund back in to serve. (16-6). They'll set it up for Rolls. Good swing and puts that one to the floor. 17-6. Now Maddie Heemstra back to serve for the Bulldogs, and they now lead it by 11. Two Badgers fight for it. Now Robeson sends the free ball over into the deep corner. Bulldogs can't play that one out of the net. Valentine picks one up, cuts the lead to 17-7. And Robeson now back to serve for Valentine. We didn't see a lot of Robeson in the first match against the Mustangs. She's getting a lot of action here in the second. Siza goes up high and attack that one. Now Shelburne has it blocked at the net. And it'll be 4 hits on, actually they're going to say 2 hits on somebody, one of the Badgers down there trying to get that one up off the floor. 18-7, it's another Alliance point. Now Shelburne out and Adams in to play the front row. And Ryber now back to serve for the Bulldogs. Adams on the attack, high over the block, but dug out by Ryber. Here's Siza from the right side, off the block, and dug by the Badgers. Out of the back row, it's Mathis, but Heemstra is there. Now they'll set it up. This is Parrott. Parrott doesn't usually get to play in that front row. She mishits that one into the net, and it's 19-7. So the Badgers mixing things up quite a bit from what they did in the first match of the day. Ryber's serve, dug by Mathis. Here's Adams on the attack, over the blocker and finds the back corner for a Badger point. It's 19-8. So now Adams back to serve. She somewhere in a hurry, and it's another Alliance Bulldog. So Rolls back to serve for the Bulldogs. Firmly in command in this. Adams on the and now Siza back. For the Badgers. 22-10. Siza with the serve. And that is an ace for Emerson Siza. 23-10. So Alliance Bulldogs looking good in this first set. Good serve by Siza. The overpass, and that is knocked down in a hurry by Tritle. 24-10, and this will be set point for the Bulldogs. As the Alliance faithful across the way start to show their support, and that serve is long beyond the end line by Siza, 24-11. So now Parrott will step back to serve. Siza digs it. Heemstra with a quick tip. She hasn't done that much, and then slapped right back across by the Badgers. Here's Ferreter on the attack. Parrott can't handle it, and Alliance takes the first set 25-11. We'll head to the second. Alliance has a 1-0 lead here in the second match of the Gordon-Rushville Triangular.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
This is as good as it gets, a 2015 Competition Orange Mustang GT Coupe Premium. This car features a 5.0-liter V8 with 6-speed manual transmission, a 12-speaker Shaker Pro audio system, ebony leather, voice-activated navigation, reverse park assist, and a slew of track features. Come to Sides of Milburn Ford in Rushville. Call 327-2472 or visit sidesofmilburnford.com to learn more.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. Just about ready to get the second set underway. Alliance leads it 1-0 after the 25-11 victory in the first set. On the floor for the Bulldogs to start this second set, Emerson Siza, Madison Reiber. Let's see, Molly Oligmuller into the game for Alliance to start this second set. Cami Felker, Riley Rolls, and Maddie Heemstra. For the Badgers, it is Shelburne, Jones, Eklund, Lurs, Parrott, and Mathis. In the middle for Jones, high over the block. Here on the attack, that is Oligmuller. Now Jones back the other way. They'll set it up for Jones again, off the block. Heemstra sets it for Siza, but dug out of there nicely by Mathis. Heemstra pops this one up, Siza again, off the block and out of bounds. Siza tools the block nicely that time, and Alliance, after the long rally to get things started, leads it 1-0. Alliance never trailed in the first set. They took control early and the win. That time in the middle. And that is Felker on the attack, but it is long. And it's 2-1. Eklund now to serve for Valentine. The attack by Jones won't go. And then Rolls knocks that one down for an Alliance point, and we are tied at 3. Lurs on the attack, finds an opening. And Valentine back out ahead. They lead it 4-3. Now Parrott comes out and Allison Robinson into the game for Valentine. Valentine by 1. Chloe Jones with the serve. Reiber sets it for Siza, but tight to the net, knocked back across by Shelburne. Now they'll set it up for Robinson. Partially blocked by Siza. Now Oligmuller on the attack and the kill. So Molly Oligmuller getting into the act here, and we are tied at 4. Had the opportunity to renew some old acquaintances with some Alliance folks. Molly's mother, one of those before tonight's game. There's a big block in the middle by Rolls. And Alliance now leads it by 1 at 5-4. That serve is well beyond the end line. We're tied at 5. So Shelbourne out and Adams in for Valentine. Rivera comes in to replace Oligmuller in the Alliance lineup. And Adams will step back to serve for the Valentine Badgers, tied at 5 in the second set. Siza sets it up for Rolls. And that one is going to be returned out of bounds. And a point for the Bulldogs. They lead it 6-5. Emerson Siza back to serve. Into the net that time by Siza. Tied at 6. Now Brandy Denaire back into the game. She replaces Eklund in the front row. Lurs with the serve. This will be Felker on the attack this time. Nice, but the Bulldog. And then Heemstra catches the tape and comes down on the Bulldogs' side of the floor. 7. Time. Heemstra sets it up for Felker. Now across to Robinson. Her drive dug out nicely by Otto. Siza on the attack, but into the block, and the Badgers can't return it. Tied at 7. Now Rolls comes out of the game. Maggie Otto, the libero, comes in to serve. Set it up for Robinson, off the block and out of bounds. Point Badgers. 8-7 Valentine. Back and forth action. Much more competitive set than what we had in the first one. Otto with the dig. Heemstra sets it up for Reiber. And Reiber airmails that one beyond the end line. It's now a 2-point advantage for Valentine at 9-7. So Alliance, after cruising to the first set victory, maybe let up just a little bit as we get started here in the second. There's a big swing by Reiber. Now Reiber will send the free ball across. Jones through the block and down. She had to hurry to get to that. It wasn't right where she was expecting it to be, but she was able to get it around the block and down to the floor. It's a 3-point Valentine lead at 10-7. Parrott in and Robinson out. And now we've got I think a rotation question here, as Valentine looking a little bit confused. Robinson and Parrott traded places. So Alliance leads this 1-0, but they trail here in the second set 10-7. Valentine struggled mightily with the big block of the Alliance Bulldogs early on in that first set. Since that time, they've worked to try and tip it over the top as opposed to trying to drive it through those blockers most of the time. There have been some exceptions. Now we've got it all lined out. Parrott will indeed step back to serve for Valentine. And Valentine holds the 3-point lead at 10-7. Lineup check is done, and we are ready for volleyball action to resume. Parrott lines it up and sends it across. Heemstra sets it up, and that one is blocked right back across by the Badgers. Cammie Felker on the attack that time, but rejected roundly by the Badgers. 11-7, Valentine by 4. Siza with the dig, Heemstra with the quick tip. Now they'll set it for Jones. And that one is out of bounds, didn't catch a blocker. And Alliance picks up the point. Now Felker back to serve. Valentine leads at 11-8. Lurs sets it up for Jones. Heemstra with the quick tip. And now back the other way by the Badgers, another quick tip. That was Reiber in the middle, but that's rejected. And now the free ball not quite sent across by Maggiato. She got caught in between and puts that one into the net. And now a new server comes into the game for the Badgers as Mathis and Adams head to the bench. This will be Kennedy Ingalls, seeing her first action of the day. She's come in to serve for the Badgers, and she puts that one into the net. Not at all what she was hoping for. And it's a 3-point Badger lead. So now Ingalls will quickly come right back out of the game as Mathis back in to replace her. So Maddie Heemstra back to serve for the Bulldogs. Mathis with the dig across to Shelburne. Shelburne off balance attack that time and can't get it across. Alliance has cut the lead to 2, 12-10. Parrott doesn't handle that one cleanly, but the Badgers are able to get it across. They'll set it for Siza. Big swing, finds the corner. Another kill for Emerson Siza. Bulldogs back within 1 at 12-11. And there's an ace serve by Maddie Heemstra. Lurs couldn't handle it, and we are tied at 12. Maddie Heemstra has served 3 in a row here. Now this will be set up in the middle for Jones, blocked right back across by Reiber. Siza sets it up, and that one is knocked down by Reiber. And Alliance now with a 1-point lead. Nice little run here by the Bulldogs as we approach the midway point of the second set, excuse me. Jones on the attack, high over the blockers and over everything as well as the end line. 14-12, Alliance leads it by 2, and a timeout called on the floor by Valentine. Second set action here from the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. It is Alliance 14 and Valentine 12.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides and Milburn operate world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides and Milburn Ford to see this car and many more.
Some of you may be experiencing a little bit of buffering as we go through the game here today. You see our internet connection is up and down on this end just a little bit, but bear with us. We'll keep that going as well as we can. Second set action, Alliance leads at 1-0. They lead this set 14-12. Madison Reiber puts it into play. They'll set it for Shelburne, blocked at the net by Siza. Makes it 15-12 Alliance. So Brandy Denaire getting some extended playing time for the Badgers. And there's a big block at the net by Madison Reiber. A no doubter there, the solo block, and she knocks it down for another Bulldog point at 16-12. Madison Reiber, Heemstra has served a whole string of points here. Maggie Otto goes back to the back line to retrieve that one. Here's Oligmuller on the attack and the kill. When Heemstra started serving, I think the Bulldogs were down 3. They now lead it 17-12. Denaire goes and gets it. And then finding the open hole in the floor is Macy Mathis. And Valentine finally breaks the string. As now Denaire comes out and the libero, Marisa Hutchinson, into the game for the Badgers. Eklund with the serve. They'll set it up for Reiber, and she puts that one away. It's 18-13. So Alliance has some big hitters here, and now into the game is going to be Kaylin Bauer, number 25. She comes into the game for Oligmuller. Maddie Reiber back to serve now. They'll set it for Lurs from the left side over the block. Heemstra sets it up, rolls with the attack, but dug out nicely by the Badgers. Siza from the right side, quickly down to the floor that time, 19-13. It is a 6-point lead, and now into the game comes number 21, and unfortunately we do not have a 21 on our program, so we're not really sure who 21 is here. But Alliance starting to use some substitutes as they lead at 19-13. That one's out of the rafters and back down on the Alliance side, 19-14. The Badgers get another one back. So Jones with the serve, dug by Otto, in the net for Siza, and look out. She had all of that one, but it's well beyond the end line. 19-15. The Badgers hanging around. They're only down 4. And that one on the overpass is knocked down handily by Shelbourne. And the Badgers down 3 at 19-16. They send that across, and Valentine goes to work. Here's Shelbourne with the quick attack. Felker sends it back across to the Badgers. Robinson on the attack that time, but is rejected by the big Alliance block, and it's 20-16. Alliance leads it by 4. And now Kaylin Bauer back to serve for the Bulldogs. We'll have to do some research and find out who 21 is between games. As there's an attack by Felker, knocking that one down. It's 21-16, a 5-point lead by the Bulldogs. And Jones doesn't handle that serve cleanly. It's an ace for Bauer, and 22-16 in favor of the Bulldogs. Hutchinson in and Jones out. That serve is long by Bauer, 22-17. Evans comes in to replace Shelbourne, and Adams comes in to replace Shelbourne, and now she'll serve. Otto digs it New setter in the game now. Big swing that time by Rolls. Keep getting lots of substitutes here for the Bulldogs. Liz Johnston in to serve now. Reiber back into the game. And now McKenna Romick comes in, and she'll take the place of Reiber. So McKenna Romick into the back row for Alliance. The overpass, and Riley Rolls knocks that one down in a hurry, 24-17, and this will be match point. As Liz Johnson steps back to serve for the match for Alliance. Send it across, and that attack by Mathis will just barely make it back, and Mathis taps it right back to the Alliance Bulldogs side. Here's Adams sending it across. And then Felker puts that one into the net. Eklund out. And Denaire back in to that front row, 24-18. Another match point for the Bulldogs. That one falls to the floor for another Bulldog point, and it's 24-19. Lurs with the serve for the Badgers. Felker gets that one across. And Mathis has her shot blocked at the net, and that will close it out as Riley Rolls with the big block. And Alliance takes the second set, 25-19. Much more competitive set than the first, but Alliance takes it in two straight sets, final scores of 25-11 and 25-19. So for all of you Valentine viewers, thanks very much for joining us. Glad to have you along with us, and we look forward to having you back over here on another broadcast in the not-so-distant future. Just a few minutes away now, we'll have another 16-minute warm-up period before the Alliance Bulldogs will take on the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs in the nightcap. We'll have a little bit of a break here before they start that 16-minute warm-up clock. We'll step aside and get ready to bring you pregame action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Alliance Bulldogs here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015. So 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to go before the opening serve of the third and final match of the day between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Alliance Bulldogs. The Gordon-Rushville Mustangs started off the day here this afternoon by dispatching the Valentine Badgers in 3 sets, 26-24, 16-25, and 25-18. Alliance then did the same. They closed out the Badgers in 2 straight sets, 25-11 and 25-19. And the final match of the day here between the Mustangs and the Bulldogs. Alliance season record Mustangs at 1 note to pass along to those of you watching the last match between Alliance and Valentine. The program that we had was incorrect, and so number 18, who we were calling Molly Oligmuller through that whole game, number 18 is actually Danny Carter. Our apologies to Danny Carter for not giving her recognition that she certainly deserves. So Danny Carter is number 18. Molly Oligmuller is number 21. And both of those players in the game. Molly Oligmuller in towards the tail end of that second set. Danny Carter off and on throughout. So that is the note that we need to pass along. Starters for the Alliance Bulldogs in this third set. The libero is number 1, Maggie Otto. Number 9 is Emerson Siza. Number 13 is Cammie Felker. Number 15, Madison Heemstra. Number 16, Madison Reiber. Number 22 is Kayla Treidel. And number 31 is Riley Rolls. For the Mustangs, the same lineup as always. Number 1 is Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3 is Ashton Sassy. Number 4 is Kenna Campbell. Number 11 is Josie Perez. And number 17 is Keely Campbell. Just under 7 minutes to go before the start of this third match of the day. Both of these teams defeating the Valentine Badgers earlier this afternoon. So one of these teams will go home 2-0, the other one 1-1. Thanks very much for joining us here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the rest of the Mustangs schedule. Mustangs, after this afternoon's game, get ready for the big Saturday tournament all the way down in Utica. That's all the way on the other side of York. For those of you who aren't familiar with that particular part of Nebraska geography, they'll face some outstanding down there. They'll get a look at some different styles that they hope will, as they get ready to head towards district play as we get ready to close out this volleyball season. And then after they come back from Utica, they will face off against the Morrill Lions. We've got a good group of folks here watching this afternoon and this evening. Glad to have you along with us. Let's take a look at the Mustang football team's late season schedule. Tomorrow night they travel to Shadron to take on the Shadron Cardinals, Shadron's final game of the season. It is also homecoming in Shadron, so a big evening over in Shadron tomorrow night. That game does start at 6 o'clock, so tune in early and note that it is about an hour earlier start than what we are used to. And then the Mustangs will close out the season the following week, October 23rd, when they host the Ogallala Indians here in Gordon. Just over 4 minutes to go before the start of the third match of the day between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Alliance Bulldogs. We'll step aside for a word from our sponsors and be back with the start of game action after this.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
This is good as it gets. A 2015 Competition Orange Mustang GT Premium. 5.0 liter V8 with 6-speed manual transmission, a 12-speaker Shaker Pro audio system, ebony leather, voice-activated navigation, reverse park assist, and a slew of track features. Come to Sides of Milburn Ford in Rushville. Call 327-2472 or visit sidesofmilburnford.com to learn more.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, flood-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Two minutes to the start of our match between the Alliance Bulldogs and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Say thanks to sponsors of today's action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, Bank of the West, Hins Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, Bob Alcorn State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Modern Farm Equipment Company, Gordon Superfoods, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, and the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. Winding it down and just about ready for the introductions of the starting lineup for each team. Let's run down through those one more time for you before we get going. For the Alliance Bulldogs, the libero is Maggie Otto, number 1. Number 9 is Emerson Siza. Number 13 is Cammie Felker. Number 15, Madison Heemstra. Number 16, Madison Reiber. Number 22, Kayla Treidel. And number 31, Riley Rolls. And for the Mustangs, number 1, Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3, Ashton Sassy. Number 4, Kenna Campbell. Number 11, Josie Perez. And number 17, Keely Campbell. Mustangs at 12-6, Alliance at 10-14. Ready for some outstanding volleyball action. Both of these teams defeated the Valentine Badgers in action earlier this afternoon. As we get ready for the match here, coming up in just seconds. We've had some ups and downs with our internet here this afternoon. I think we've got things solved and ready to go. We will now turn it over to the public address announcer, Chuck Hinn, for the introductions of the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final game of the triangular between Gordon-Rushville Alliance and Valentine. Final game will be including Gordon-Rushville and the Alliance Bulldogs that we welcome to our gym. Starting lineup now for the Alliance Bulldogs. Number 1, senior
the starting lineups for the two teams. For Alliance, Siza, Felker, Heemstra, Reiber, Treidel, and Rolls. And for the Mustangs, Friesman, Hinn, Sassy, Kenna Campbell, Josie Perez, and Keeley Campbell. Mustangs will have their work cut out for them here, as these Alliance Bulldogs are big and athletic. And they caused the Valentine Badgers a whole lot of heartburn up there at the net with that big and effective block in their match earlier. The Mustang hitters will have to contend with a big Alliance block as they get ready to start the third match of the day. I am Clint Anderson, along with camera operator Berkeley Haig. Glad to have you along with us here this evening. The Mustangs will have the serve to start us off. Kenna Campbell puts it into play, and away we go. Reiber sets it up for Rolls, and Rolls' attack finds the mark. Riley Rolls with the kill, and Alliance leads it 1-0. Madison Heemstra steps back to serve for the Bulldogs. Keeley Campbell on the attack, sends it to the back line. Now Reiber, but that's blocked at the net by Carly Hinn. Keeley Campbell sets it up in the middle for Carly Hinn. Heemstra's there to dig it. Rolls on the attack, but that sharp angle shot sails wide, and we are tied at 1. Josie Perez will serve for the Mustangs. They'll set it up for Siza. Big swing finds the end line. The kill for Siza, and it's 2-1, Alliance with the lead. And now Madison Reiber will serve for the Bulldogs. Kenna Campbell sets it up in the middle for Carly Hinn. Big swing, but long. 3-1. Alliance leads by 2. They'll set it for Friesman off the block. Heemstra's there to dig it out. This is Rolls on the attack, blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Siza blocked by Hinn, but out of bounds. Hinn went up and blocked it, but it sails wide, and it's another Alliance Bulldog point. They now lead it 4-1. Reiber with the serve, drives Friesman back to the deep corner, and now it'll be a free ball sent over by Keeley Campbell. Heemstra sets it for Felker coming out of the back row. And now they go to work for the Mustangs. Hinn's tip is blocked, but Hinn ends up underneath the net. And it's 5-1 as Alliance has opened up the 4-point lead in the early going of the first set. Good serve that time. Now they set it up for Friesman. Through the block and down. Shania Friesman with the first Mustang kill of the game makes it 5-2. And now Carly Hinn back to serve for the Mustangs. Maggie Otto digs it. Heemstra feeds it to Siza in the middle, through the block and down. Emerson Siza with her second kill makes it 6-2, back to a 4-point lead. Now Rolls on the serve. He'll set it for Friesman off that left side, and that is long. She had Siza staring her down on the other side of the net, tried to go over the top and sent it too long. It's 8-2. Quick tip that time by Kenna Campbell. Great job to see on the floor. There was a huge hole in the middle of the Alliance defense, and she found it. Give Kenna Campbell a kill, and it's 8-3. So now Rivera in and Rolls out as Keeley Campbell steps back to serve for the Mustangs. And that is an ace serve by Keeley Campbell. Rivera couldn't handle it. It's 8-4. Campbell sets it up again and sends it to Rivera again. Now in the middle for Treidel. Keely Campbell able to get that one from her knees. Now here's Siza off the block of Friesman and down for another Alliance point. And the third kill of the set for Emerson Siza, and it makes it 8-5. Carly Hinn has trouble, puts that one into the net, and it's an ace for Carly Hinn, struggling mightily here as Emerson Siza with 2 straight aces got Carly's number, and it's 10-5. They'll set it for Perez out of the back row. Siza tries to set that, but she's going to be called for the lift. Give the kill to Perez. It's 10-6. And now Shania Friesman with that good jump serve. Drives Otto back to the corner. They'll feed it to Felker. Friesman plays it out of the rafters, and the free ball sent across by Kiana Campbell. Good job by the Mustangs. And here is Siza. Siza with the drive. She hits that thing a ton. It's 11-6. So Maggie Otto, the libero, back to serve for the Bulldogs. They lead it by 5 at 11-6. High, short serve. Kenna Campbell slaps that one across. Heemstra sets it for Reiber in the middle. Defeats the block of Ashton Sassy and knocks it down for her first kill of the set. 12-6. Alliance has opened up a 6-point lead. Keely Campbell sets it for Perez, cross court but wide. And it's now 13-6. Alliance has some outstanding hitters. We saw them on display during the Valentine match. And there's an ace serve by Otto. As that one not handled cleanly by Keely Campbell, it's now 14-6. They'll set it up for Perez from the left side. Felker on the attack over the block of Campbell and Sassy. Now it's Perez through the block and down. Perez with her second kill. It's 14-7. Ashton Sassy back to serve for the Mustangs. Felker on the attack, through the block and down. Perez and Hinn were there, but Felker knocks it down. It's 15-7. They'll set it up for Hinn from the left side. Big swing, but Felker is there. Otto with the set to Rolls this time. Back into that front row. In the middle for Hinn. Dug by Siza. Here's Rolls again. Over the top and just in front of Shania Friesman. Riley Rolls with 2 kills. And a timeout called on the floor by the Mustangs. Alliance leads this one 16-7 in the first set. Accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all of your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. You can give her a call at 282-0842, or you can find her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And remember, it pays to have an accountant on your side. And this game is brought to you by Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance. Bob specializes in farm and ranch insurance. You can find him at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. And come see the professional staff at Gordon Vision Center for all of your vision needs. Whether you're just looking for a routine checkup or you're not seeing as well as you used to, they can get you back to 2020 in no time at all at the Gordon Vision Center. Alliance leads this one in the first set, 16-7. Alliance has the serve, and that is Cammie Felker back to do the honors for the Bulldogs. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip, but Siza is there. Heemstra sets it up for Rolls. And Keeley Campbell sends the free ball across. In the middle for Reiber. There's Friesman off of the miss hit, but it's dug out by the Bulldogs. Riley rolls again, but they're going to say that one was off the tape. And 4 hits on the Bulldogs and a point for the Mustangs, 16-8. Rolls wound up and let it rip, but couldn't quite clear the tape on the top of the net. Kenna Campbell sends it across. Madison Reiber is going to end up flipping that one back over her head, and it's going to fall in for an Alliance Bulldog point, making it 17-8. Maddie Heemstra now back to serve for the Bulldogs. Into the middle for Hinn. Here's Rolls with the free ball across. Keeley Campbell tight to the net, had to just tip it across. Nice save that time on the Reiber attack by the Mustangs. Now they'll set Siza. Big swing, and Kenna Campbell sends it all the way back across. Here's Rolls, but she knocks it down around the block of Hinn and Keeley Campbell. For her 3rd kill, it's 18-8. And Maddie Heemstra's serve sails long, and it's 18-9. Josie Perez with the serve. They'll set it for Siza. Ashton Sassy paid the price, but she kept it alive. And now the Mustangs send the free ball wide, and another Bulldog point. Makes it 19-9. So Madison Reiber back to serve for Alliance as Rolls comes out of the game. And Carly Ferreter comes in for the Bulldogs. Siza punches that one across. Quick tip try by Keeley Campbell finds the floor. And that'll be Keeley's first kill of the game. 19-10, and Carly Hinn steps back to serve. Heemstra sets it up for Treidel, but Hinn is there. Now they'll set it for Friesman. Straight down to the floor by Shania Friesman. Her 2nd kill. It's 19-11. A well-placed set that time from Kenna Campbell. And Shania put it where she wanted it. Here's a back row attack by Felker. They'll feed Friesman again, but Felker is there. Siza slaps that one across. Keeley Campbell able to tip it over. Here's Ferreter. Hinn with the dig. In the middle for Sassy. Dug out by Otto. Ferreter bumps it across for the Bulldogs. Now they'll set Friesman again. Off the block and down. Siza and Treidel were there. Friesman did a great job of using the top of the net and getting it to drop in behind him for the kill. It's 19-12. They'll set it for Treidel on the left side. Kenna Campbell with a one-handed save. Perez with a sharp angle shot finds the sideline for the kill. Great job that time. Ability to see the court and put that ball where she wanted it to. It was a sharp angle shot for Josie Perez, but she got it to drop, and it's 19-13. The Mustangs trail by just 6 in the first set. Carly Hinn serving a nice string here for the Mustangs. Set by Ferreter. Heemstra to Siza. And that one falls right in between Hinn and Kenna Campbell. Miscommunication that time, and it's 20-13. Carly Ferreter steps back to serve for Alliance. And now we're going to say a rotation violation on the Mustangs. And that'll cost them a point. It's 21-13. Campbell sets it up for Keeley Campbell. And in the net is Felker for the Bulldogs. That's a Mustang point. It's 21-14. Keely Campbell steps back to serve. That one right up to the net on the overpass. In and down. And a point for the Mustangs. And it's 21-15. Siza with the quick set that time. Kenna Campbell tips it back across. Now here's Felker on the attack. And Felker with the kill. That is her second, 22-15. It's a 7-point Bulldog lead. And Emerson Siza back to serve for Alliance. That one's in the net, 22-16 now. And Shania Friesman back to serve for the Mustangs. Ferreter with the dig, Heemstra with the quick tip, and it is just wide of the mark. And another Mustang point. It's 22-17. Mustangs back within 5, trying to claw their way back into this one. Down by as many as 10. But they trail it by just 5 here. Maggie Otto on the attack. Carly Hinn coming out of the back row. Heemstra off balance. It caught the top of the net, and it's a kill for Carly Hinn. And we have a timeout called on the floor by the Alliance Bulldogs. The Mustangs have clawed their way back in within 4. It's 22-18. Hinn's Home Furnishings invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily. They have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see exactly what you're looking for, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. And remember, every dollar that you spend locally keeps money in our community. Stop in and see the good folks, Chuck and all the rest of them, at Hinn's Home Furnishings in downtown Gordon. And come bank with the best. Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy their welcoming atmosphere, and you know that the coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West in Gordon. 22-18, Mustangs trail it by 4 in the first set. Shania Friesman with the serve. Heemstra sets it up for Felker. And now Carly Hinn sends that one across. They'll set it up middle for Kayla Treidel. Now here's Josie Perez, cross-court winner again. Josie's started to make a living off of that shot late here in the second set, and the Mustangs back within 3, 22-19. They trailed by as many as 10 at 19-9, but they've come roaring back, trying to steal this first set away from the Alliance Bulldogs. They'll set Felker. She'll have to tip it, but Perez is there. Now they'll set it back for Perez. She tips it across. Felker into the face of Kaylin Bauer. Another kill for Perez. That's 5, and the Mustangs within 2, 22-20. Heemstra with the quick tip, but Friesman is there. They'll set it for Perez. Sent that one to the back corner. Here's Felker on the attack. Off of Keely Campbell to the back wall. 23-22 now as Treidel out and Maggie Otto into the game. And a timeout called on the floor by Coach Kim Campbell. Mustangs trail at 23-20. It's time to get out and winterize your home and your yard and whatever else it is that you need to get winterized, because October is just about gone and cold weather is right around the corner. Stop in and see Buck and the gang at the True Value of Gordon. They've got everything you need to get the job done, and you can find them in downtown Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance, your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. 3-20. Alliance leads it by 3. Maggie Otto back to serve. Otto with that high, short serve. They feed Sassy in the middle, and she knocks it down. Drops that one in nicely, but Maggie Otto is there. Reiber on the attack. They'll set it for Perez. Heemstra sets Otto out of the back row. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip. They get the pancake, but it's going to be on the line. It was a bad set, but it just barely cleared the net and landed on the Mustang side, and now it's 24-22 Alliance with set point. So a bad turn of luck that time for the Mustangs, because now they'll set Carly Hinn. That one's blocked back across, and the free ball sent across by the Mustangs. Bulldogs go to work in the middle for Reiber. Back outside for Perez, sharp angle shot. Went to the well one too many times as that one sails wide, and the Bulldogs take the first set 25-22. But not after the Mustangs made a valiant comeback effort. They're down by as many as 10. They came back. They lose it by 3, 25-22. Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer. They offer a wide selection of CarQuest parts and, of course, CarQuest accessories. You can find them at 221 North Main Street in Gordon, and ask them about their fall bulk oil sale that's going on now at Husker Auto Parts in Gordon. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank of Gordon. First set goes to the Alliance Bulldogs by a score of 25-22. We'll be back with second set action after this.
It's going to snow this winter, and you need a reliable four-wheel drive outfit. Be prepared with this 2015 F-150 Super Crew from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. It's loaded with
just about ready for second set action. The Bulldogs lead this one 1-0. And like to extend our condolences to head coach Kim Campbell. Her grandfather passed away earlier this week, and I know that she is certainly coaching with a heavy heart here this afternoon, and so our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to Coach Kim Campbell and her family. We are just about ready to get this second set underway. Alliance will have the serve to get things started, and that'll be Maddie Heemstra, Alliance's setter, back there to start things off for the Bulldogs. The starting six on the floor for the Mustangs and also for the Bulldogs, and there's an ace set to start things off for Maddie Heemstra. She gets the ace, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Perez. Blocked right back across. Friesman with the attack. Now here's Siza. She knocks that one down. And that is amazingly only her fifth kill of the match. But Alliance leads it 2-0. Deep serve that time. They'll set it up for Hinn. Otto with the dig. And now Siza sends the free ball across. In the middle for Hinn. And there's Otto again, but it falls harmlessly to the floor. Give Carly her second kill of the match. It's 2-1. Kenna Campbell back to serve. Siza didn't handle that cleanly. Heemstra sends the free ball over. Now they'll set it up for Perez. Perez has had a good game. Here's Reiber in the middle, but that one is just inside the line. And it's an Alliance point, making it 3-1. So now Maddie Reiber to serve for the Alliance Bulldogs. And they hold on to the 3-1 lead. Early off the block of Treidel and down. Her third kill of the match. It's 3-2. Mustangs trail by 1. Josie Perez back to serve for the Mustangs. Rolls, digs it. Now they'll set it up for Treidel. Set Siza again, and she'll tip it this time. Caught Kenna Campbell off guard. She can't save it, and it's 4-3. O'Reilly rolls on the serve, sends it to the back corner. In the middle for Hinn. Rolls with a dig, and now it's Felker with the tip, but she didn't get it far enough. It's in the net, and it's a Mustang point. We're tied at 4. Carly Hinn back to serve. Rivera in and rolls out of the Alliance lineup. Siza with the set this time. Felker on the attack, and that one is good for an Alliance point. Felker's third kill of the match makes it 5-. Emerson Siza on the serve. Overpass that time. And another one. The joust at the net. Kenna Campbell wins it and knocks it down for the Mustang point. We're tied at 5. Well, a great job by the Mustang setter, Kenna Campbell. Went up and defeated that Alliance blocker. And now they'll set it for Siza out of the back row, but that one is well beyond the end line. Mustangs with the lead at 6-5. Well, this is kind of the way Alliance played in that first match, as that serve by Keely Campbell is long, and they defeated the Badgers of Valentine handily in the first set, and then kind of let up in the second and let Valentine hang around. They're doing the same thing here as we're tied at 6. Friesman, that one's blocked at the net by Reiber. 7-6 Bulldogs. Maggie Otto now back to serve for the Alliance Bulldogs. Quick tip try by Kenna Campbell. And here's Felker again, but blocked at the net by Kenna Campbell and Ashton Sassy. The Mustangs' block has been good in this second set. We are tied at 7. Shania Friesman with the serve. They'll set it for Felker, and that one is just inside the line. The line judge started to motion that it was out, changed her mind and said it was in. 8-7 Alliance. Rolls in, and Rivera now out for the Bulldogs. Felker back to serve. Alliance by 1. They'll set it for Perez. That's off of Rolls, and the kill for Josie Perez. That is her 6th. We're tied at 8. Back and forth volleyball action. Very competitive second set. They'll set it for Reiber. Keely Campbell with the save. Now they'll set Rolls from the left side. Ashton Sassy was there but couldn't quite get enough on it. 9-8 Alliance. And now Heemstra to serve. Free ball sent over by Friesman. They're going to say that Bulldogs got underneath of that. So here's Perez on the attack. Felker with the save, and now the free ball by Reiber. They'll set it in the middle for Hinn. Big swing that time. Pass comes back, and now over onto the Mustangs side. Free ball by Kenna Campbell. Now they'll set Siza. That's off the block of Hinn and down for a Bulldog point. It's now 10-8. A great rally that time by both teams. Alliance extends their lead to 2. Heemstra drops that serve just over the net. Friesman can't handle it, and it is an ace for Maddie Heemstra. 11-8. Overpass that time by Sassy. Alliance goes to work. This is Rolls, blocked at the net by Hinn. And then miscommunication between Heemstra and Reiber. It's 11-9. Kenna Campbell to serve. And now Heemstra's going to come out and Molly Oligmuller into the game. 11-9. It's a 2-point Bulldog lead. Oligmuller sets it for Siza. The one-handed flip gets back across. Here's Perez off the block of Reiber and down. Josie Perez has had a good afternoon. She's got 7 kills so far here in this match. And the Mustangs back within 1, 11-10. Kenna Campbell to serve. Overpass slammed to the floor by Keely Campbell. She mashed that one into the floorboards. We are tied at 11. Oligmuller pops it up for Siza off the top of the net. Here's Hinn in the middle. To the back corner and down. The Mustangs have some momentum here midway through this second set. They lead it 12-11. Kenna Campbell puts it in play. That is just beyond the end line, and we are tied at 12. Madison Reiber steps back to serve. They set it up for Josie Perez. That is just on the line. Just caught the line that time. Chalk another one up. That is number 8 for Josie. And Mustangs lead it 13-12. So Molly Oligmuller in there doing the setting in place of Maddie Heemstra for Alliance. That attack by Siza. And now Hinn with the one-handed save sends it across. Here's Treidel in the middle, off the block of Friesman and Hinn, and down to the floor. So Treidel with her first kill, tied at 13, and this is Riley Rolls. Good serve by Rolls. The overpass falls down, falls in, falls over the net, and now the Mustangs go back to work. Here's Friesman. A lot of momentum that time. Shania Friesman puts that one to the floor, and the Mustangs lead it 14-13. Rivera in, rolls out, and Carly Hinn to serve. The Mustangs having some fun here in this second set. Great serve that time by Carly Hinn. Siza pop the attack. Friesman. But Rivera digs it out. Tight to the net. Sharp angle shot by Siza. And that one is Strong Insurance. Gordon True Value. Bank of the West. Hinn's Home Furnishings. The Gordon Vision Center, State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Superfoods, Sides in Milburn Ford, and the Sheridan County 16-13. Carly Hinn with the serve. Siza sets it up for Treidel in the middle. The tip. Here's Friesman on the attack, and Shania Friesman chalks another one up. Give her 5 on the match. Mustangs lead it now 17-13. And Carly Hinn serves it up. That one is just beyond the end line, 17-14. Mustang lead is cut to 3. Heemstra in, Oligmuller out. And Siza to serve. Keely Campbell on the attack. Heemstra sets it up. This is Felker with the tip try. Kayla Treidel on the attack that time. And Friesman drops it just inside the line. A little bit of confusion that time. Perez was going to go for it, but Friesman was in front of her, didn't know she was there. It's 18-14. The Mustangs lead it by 4. Mustangs playing loose and having fun here in this second set. They'll set it for Felker. Carly Hinn with the dig that time, and now the free ball sent over by Perez. Here's Felker on the attack again, and the Mustangs can't quite get that one across the net. A great effort that time by 3 Mustangs, including Shania Friesman. But it's 18-15, and now Maggie Otto will serve for the Bulldogs. They'll set Friesman through the block and down. Maddie Reiber was there, but Shania Friesman would not be denied. Her 7th kill of the match, and it's 19-15. Shania steps back to serve. Rivera with the dig. Felker from the right side, and she finds pay dirt that time. Mark one up for number 13. That's her 4th. And it's 19-16. And Felker now will step back to serve. Confusion on the Mustangs side. Keely Campbell sends it over. Siza sets it up for Rolls, but Friesman is there. Perez finds the back line, touched by the blocker, and down to the floor. Josie Perez now has 10 kills. She is lighting it up in the second set. Ashton Sassy to serve, and the Mustangs lead it 20-16. Rolls tries to set that. Now she'll try to send it across, blocked at the net by Hinn and Kenna Campbell. 21-16, Mustangs by 5. Timeout called on the floor by the Bulldogs. Mustangs looking good here in the second set. They lead it 21-16.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides and Milburn operate world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides and Milburn Ford to see this car and many more.
So outstanding second set volleyball action from the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. The Mustangs lead the Alliance Bulldogs 21-16 in the second set. Ashton Sassy serves it up. Alliance on the attack. This is Reiber, but it's in the net. And another Mustang point, 22-16. They'll set it up. This is Siza out of the back row, blocked at the net by Hinn. 23-16. And old Mo is sitting on the Mustang side and wearing a white jersey right now. Mustangs by 7 late in the second set. That served by Ashton Sassy with a little too much adrenaline. Beyond the end line, it's 23-17. Maddie Heemstra back to serve for Alliance. And that one misplayed by Friesman that time, 23-18, give the ace to Heemstra. And that would be her second ace of the set, 23-18. Just clears the net and another ace serve. So Heemstra after a little bit of rest on the bench, has come back out and serving well here. 23-19. Mustangs 2 points away. High, short serve. Friesman with the set. Kenna Campbell sends it back to Felker. They'll set it for Siza. The big swing, and it is down for an Alliance point. 8th kill of the match for Siza. The Bulldogs back within 3 at 23-20. And another ace. And Coach Campbell wants a timeout. That is 3 aces in this string of serves for Madison Heemstra. And it's a 2-point game at 23-21. And folks, if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, head over to Rushville for the Rushville Rancher Roundup. It starts at 10 o'clock, runs through 4 o'clock. Cattle and livestock all up and down Main Street in Rushville. It's kind of a combination Bull Bash and Oktoberfest. Stop in and have some great food. Catch up with the neighbors. Try some salsa and some homemade pie. Check out all of the vendors and have a generally good time at the Rushville Rancher Roundup. That's this Saturday from 10 to 4 in downtown Rushville. Back to volleyball action. Mustangs out of timeouts. 23-21. Mustangs lead it by 2, trying to close out this second set. Carly Hinn, but her attack is long, and it's a 1-point game, 23-22. The Mustangs had played so loose throughout this whole set, now tightening up just a little bit here. Quick attack that time by Kenna Campbell, works out as it's not returned, and now we've got set point for the Mustangs, 24-22. Kenna Campbell to serve. They'll set it for Siza. Off the block of Keely Campbell. Alliance gets the point. It's 24-23, and it'll be another set point for the Mustangs. Madison Reiber serves for the Bulldogs. Campbell with the set. Hinn in the middle, blocked by Siza and Treidel, and we are tied at 24. Tied at 24, Reiber with the serve. Campbell sets it up for Perez, pops it over the top of that big block. Now they'll set it back up for Rolls. Friesman is there to dig it. Here's Perez with a big attack, but Treidel and Siza are there for the block, and now it's Alliance who has come back to score 3 straight. It's now 25-24 and match point now for the Bulldogs. Kenna Campbell sends it to the back corner and just wide. One line judge says it's out. The other says it's in. The up official says no, it is out. And that is the match, 26-24. Well played by the Mustangs. They gave the Bulldogs all they could handle in that second set, but they fall in 2 straight sets by scores of 22-25 and 24-26. We'll do some quick addition here and try and get some unofficial game stats for you. Let's see if we can do this on the fly. For the Mustangs, Shania Friesman finished with 7 kills. Carly Hinn had 4. Ashton Sassy with 1 and Kenna Campbell each with 1. Josie Perez did the damage offensively for the Mustangs tonight. She had 10 kills in the set. Keely Campbell had 2. The only ace in this match for the Mustangs was by Keely Campbell, and she had 1. Unofficially, of course, also for the Alliance Bulldogs, Emerson Siza with 7 kills, Cammie Felker with 4, Madison Reiber with 2, Kayla Treidel with 1, and Riley Rolls with 3. Aces, Maggie Otto had 1, Emerson Siza with 2, Madison Heemstra had 4 of them, all of those in the second set, and Madison Reiber with 2. Alliance takes the match, 2 straight sets, 22-25 and 24-26. They go undefeated in the triangular after they defeated Valentine in 2 straight sets. The Mustangs finish 1-1 on the day after they defeated Valentine and fall to the Alliance Bulldogs. And the Valentine Badgers finish at 0-2 on the day. We will be in action again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Make sure you tune in a little bit early, as it is a 6 o'clock start over in Sheridan. It's homecoming night for the Sheridan Cardinals. Mustangs head over there trying to pick up their 4th win of the season. Always a good one. A rivalry game between the Cardinals and the Mustangs. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So that is it for the Gordon-Rushville Triangular. Alliance comes out on top. They win the triangular. And we get ready for football action tomorrow night. So join us tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Until then, I'm Clint Anderson saying thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.